DTZ Entertainment Presents Coffee Bar Stories, a talk show adjacent comedy podcast with your three hosts, Dad, Son, and Bubba. Live from the coffee bar, it's your DTZ News. Welcome back to the DTZ News. I'm your host, Son. And for today, we have all of our submissions. Our extension was successful, and we've gained a little bit more. We're pouring over them now. In the next episode, we will have our winner. I know you've all been waiting. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've recorded as well.
Yeah, we're running a little late on this episode.
We had to pour through all these submissions, though. It took us a minute.
It is still taking a minute, so we're
going through the final ones. We'll have our winner next episode, and then either that episode, we'll read the story, or we'll save the story for the episode after that.
Oh, yeah, that one is still up in the air. I haven't figured out how I'm going to exactly do that. But the winner will be contacted before the next episode release, so when we announce, they already know. So
yeah. And also, did you know you can find us on iTunes and Google? We're also on there. You can find our podcast if you search for DTZ Entertainment Presents Coffee Bar Stories, or I'm pretty sure if that's a mouthful, you can just search Coffee Bar Stories and we should pop up.
Actually, if you just start typing in DTZ Entertainment,
that's
as soon as you get
easier.
so far into entertainment, usually it pops up Coffee Bar Stories and stories that are made up. It should show both up, or one or the other. It varies between which one you're using, actually. Yeah, I've tried it. So even on the app ones, I've got one that app to where I can get this certain podcast I like through. Mm-hmm. The best, when I typed in to see about ours, as soon as you got entertainment typed in, and it came up. It found it fairly fast. So it is easy to go just DTZ Entertainment, and they'll give you both podcasts.
Yep, so you can find us on all three of the platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and Google. Also, don't forget to rate the podcast on Spotify, and then the equivalent of whatever it will be on Google and iTunes. And give us that 5-star.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we really appreciate everybody who listens, and even me just pouring over the analytics and seeing how many people from so many different places. It's nice to see a bunch of diverse different people listening to our podcast. Just to a bunch of guys, who's doing this for fun for the most part.
Exactly. That it's just something that anybody can come and listen to and not worry about it'll tickle your funny bone or not. If you listen with headphones on, you won't get judged by your neighbors. So you'd be okay. So go ahead and listen to us anywhere you want. Put in the old earbuds or headphones, as I wear. You'd be okay.
Yeah. So absolutely don't forget to rate the podcast. And also, if you're able to, on whatever platform, I know on Spotify we have the option of being able to have you guys leave comments.
Yes.
Leave any comments if you guys like to as well, about anything. Any types of things you think we can improve on, or any things you might like to see added to it. Or even a skit idea you can do as well. I think with that, we'll end the DTZ News.
This has been your DTZ News. Here's your two dad jokes. What do clouds wear? Thunderwear. How can you tell if a tree is a dogwood tree? By its bark. All right, welcome to Coffee Bar Discussions, and we're gonna, since it's getting to be summertime, or coming up on summertime, we'll say by calendar time.
Yeah.
Memorial weekend's in another week or so.
I think so. Yeah.
A little more than a week away for us. And I thought me and Son over there are gonna talk a little bit about some of our favorite activities we do in the summer, and ones we'd like to try to do in the summer if can or afford to how that goes. So I'll start it off with, one of my favorite things to do, besides is the barbecue I do all summer long, is I like, getaway cabin.
Yeah.
Those I like to do. I like to go away to get, but I don't do a package deal, which I just found out you can do now, and it's very affordable.
Oh, is it?
Well, this was probably about 4 years ago. I was looking into some, like 5 or 6 different areas around us that are close as far as reasonable drives for us and not a day out.
Yeah.
And stuff. And they were, the cabin, a boat, if you don't have one, you can get rented for a day to fish on the lake and stuff like that, and the proximities and stuff. Not a barbecue, but like a picnic they'd have for the campers. If you're in the cabin and you get them all, you get this package, you're invited to, it's like a barbecue / dance type thing for the cabin stayers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty neat stuff and stuff. And I was really wanting to try that. I've done them. I've done where we go to cabins, but not done a package one. I like to try a package one.
Yeah.
And really take full advantage. I know your mother would like that. A package deal where there's a bunch of things that she knows she's gonna get to do and stuff. She'd really enjoy that.
One of my favorite things that I used to go doing in summer, I don't really do it anymore because I used to do it with Fluffy. We used to go kayak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed doing that, but I don't think he has the kayaks anymore, or if he does still have the kayaks, I don't think he has the means to cart them around and us, because I don't think he has the car for it anymore, because he was using that little green truck he had, but he no longer has the truck.
If he has a carrier that goes on it, which I don't know how the equipment is, if it's heavy duty equipment and you're drilling holes or anything, or if it's just clamps.
He was looking at these little struts. I don't really know what you would call them, but something to tie. It'd be something to tie the kayaks down. He was looking at them, and he would be able to get them for his car, or at least the car he was using at the time, because I don't know if he still has his blue car. But if he does, it was like $500-600 though to get it installed, because he had to get it from the
dealership.
Yeah, the dealership, because he was still paying it off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because if he wanted,
okay, I know. Yeah.
Because I think he even asked. He was like, "Oh, could I just buy like the kit on Amazon? Because it was only like $200-300 instead." And then he was like, "Could I just buy it and give it to you guys to put on for me?" And they're like, "Sadly, no. We have to order it ourselves. We can't put it on aftermarket."
Well, it's all yeah.
It was a whole rigmarole for it.
Yeah, that comes down to contracts and of course company policies,
But
there is one though. I do know there is one. But I'm not sure if it's for kayaks or bicycles. But what it is instead of it having to be fixed, it has straps that go in through the doors. You need a 4-door, I think, is
I've seen
the
something
best.
like that.
Yeah, and you strap it and then you can shut the doors. But on that,
I don't think that would hold an entire bicycle, no. Or, I mean, not a bicycle. It'd hold bicycles, yeah, but I don't think it would hold 2 kayaks. They're a little too heavy for that.
I think if you got one for them, I think the problem you're going to run into is especially straps, because they're cloth straps.
Oh, yeah.
The rubbing eventually just
they're going to wear and tear.
Yeah, cut them. And then next thing you know, the rack and your stuff's flying backwards.
Driving down the interstate trying to go to where you want to kayak, and next thing you know, your kayaks have just smacked 2/3 of the drivers.
Oh, yeah.
I do know, though, that when we did go on the river and everything and whatnot, and we were kayaking, my favorite thing to do would be roll blunt to go with me, because since I'm the only one smoking it, I can constantly put it out and just look around when I want to, and then light it back up when I want to hit it. And it's nice to just lazy raft, more so, like just cruise down the river, not have to do anything, and just be able to be out there. I just don't like mosquitoes. Fluffy laughs at me every time. He'll take his shirt off, he'll get swim trunks on and everything, and then I'll bring another pair of jeans that I'll put on. And I'll use the crappy pair of jeans and then like a crappy long sleeve shirt, because I don't want mosquitoes biting me. He's like, "Aren't you hot in that?" I'm like, "I will suffer. I'm still having fun."
Yeah, well, there is stuff you can put on you to keep them away from you, but it depends on what you're doing. Now, there's not, just besides there's other things, lotions.
Oh, yeah, I never think about bringing any of it or anything like that. I should, but usually when we went kayaking, it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. It would be like, "Oh, well, I have them strapped on the thing. You want to go? We got time."
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be like, "Well, fuck it, why not?"
Oh, yeah, that's the thing about the youth. You just do it. You don't think too much about it.
No, yeah, want to be more conscious about that, though. Though another thing I liked to do in the summer, and it was another thing that me and Fluffy would do. We did it one time at a state cave. Was going in caves, and I can't remember what the state cave was, but it was an Illinois state cave, but I don't know what the name of it was.
Okay.
But it was cool. You went down like 60 feet or something, or not 60 feet. Well, deeper than that. You were about once you touched inside the cave, because it was a very steep like staircase
Ascent.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a mile down is where you were below the surface, and I don't know how far above we were from that point. It's where it would be above seafloor, I guess they would call it, to be above the surface. But from that point, we were a mile down, and you had to keep descending further. And the guide that went with us said we went about 3 or 4 miles into the caves. And it got to the point where he was telling me, if you don't want to get too wet or whatnot, you're going to want to go up on this route. But no, it's going to go even farther down. So you'll have to wait. You'll have to crawl through there and whatnot and get through and wait for us to come out on the other side. It's like, if you don't feel comfortable about that, you can come with us and trek through all this water. And I'm like, yeah, I'll test it. I'll be okay. I'll go up on the thing. And it wasn't that bad until I got to the ladder that was going down. And all the ladders you came up to before, they were all like drilled into the rocks, cemented in there and everything.
Yeah.
And then this ladder was one that looks like they got from Home Depot and put up there. It was all strapped in. If you could shake it all you want, it would jiggle, but it wasn't slipping from where it was at. It wasn't going. But the fact that it wasn't one of the other ones kind of threw me off. And they could see me through where they were going. It's just the rocks wouldn't let them go through. It kind of collapsed inwards and downwards up to where it just had like a midline level to where you could see through it. And they're like crawling through and climbed up to that area, and they're seeing me like, yeah, now all you have to do is you got to get down that ladder and just keep going, and we'll meet at a midpoint. And I'm like, is this ladder safe? Like, all the other ones, they're cemented in. This one's like Home Depot. They're like, it's good. It ain't going to go nowhere. I'm like, are you sure? They're like, just go down it. You'll be all right. I promise you. And these guys, they've been doing it for years. And the guy that went down with us was certified in all of it. He was a geology teacher at some university, I think in like Indiana or something.
Okay.
So he knew what he was doing. So
I
finally was able to say, screw it. Okay, you're not outside. Your fear of height shouldn't kick in. You're not seeing outside around you. Just go down. You can barely see it anyway. So if you fall, oh well. Deal with it later.
The perception is different.
Yeah,
that way.
So I finally get down there, crawl through it, and it was a big, nice open cave. I like the ambiance inside of a cave. It's nice. It's not as claustrophobic as you'd think it would be. And it gets there when you're going through these, and especially if it's a state cave where you're able to go in with a guide and whatnot, and they have certain areas you go to. It does get a little tight, but you never feel like you're not able to get out.
Right.
And even with Fluffy and being a little bigger than as he is, he had no problem whatsoever. He was able to get through, and he said, no, this was one of the best experiences I've ever done. And I agree with him. It was nice to be able to be in there and, don't feel like you're breaking a law, because you're not supposed to be in the caves technically.
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying there, but that's nice though. It's caving can be fun. You just gotta be careful and know what you're doing.
Absolutely. One thing I've always thought about trying, but I've decided against it completely because I've become thalassophobic, which is I wanted to go diving, free diving and whatnot. I thought it'd be cool, but getting into the things I've been getting into, like with my tabletops, that whole Call of Cthulhu and whatnot, I'm terrified of the ocean. Actually, the whole not knowing, it's a weird deep thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what's under there, and that scares me.
So to be able to dive now and everything makes it different for you.
Oh yeah, like I'm not terrified of water whatsoever. Like water's fine. Pools, lakes, those are cool. It's just when you get to those deep oceans and the bottom isn't in sight for miles. No, thank you. What could be down there? But I've always, if it's maybe like a secluded area, a little reef, you don't go too far, the ground's always in sight, that might be a different story.
That'd be more on a snorkeling.
Yeah, snorkeling. Snorkeling I always might, because I like swimming. So I think snorkeling would be really cool to do.
Yeah, that's basically all it is. It's just an easy way to keep looking down, basically, without having to breathe.
Yeah.
Or still being able to breathe,
Yeah.
The thing with snorkeling, the thing with the breathing is all you do is just don't try to get so much air all the time. Just keep it a consistent in and out, and you'll be all right. There's you can always look it up. There's book pamphlets and booklets on how to snorkel and stuff like that. One of the things I do want to try to get to this year is, besides do some fishing, is I do want to go and do some hiking up on the bluffs and stuff. I do want to do some of that because I know a few places you go to that set up to do that.
Yeah, I do like going on hikes. I do have that fear of heights, but at the same time, some things, as long as I'm not near an edge, I'm good, and I can go on decent hikes.
This is all climbing up the side of the bluffs about 10, 15 feet, and then there's a small ledge you shimmy down, and there's a couple curved out spots you can sit and hang out at. It's not for the faint of heart or the fumbly bumblies. It's not for drinkers and
no, I'm not too fumbly. It's
stuff.
Just I got that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking. The walking disaster, and they'll get themselves hurt horribly.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, but they're neat ones and stuff, and it's in the perception of it because the way the trees are growing up. It really, if you ain't concentrating on the bullshit around you, as far as out and what it is, you're just looking. The trees really mimic as if you're just walking along like a trail.
Yeah.
More or less. But knowing that if you step forward too far because you're walking with your back against the bluff, knowing if you step forward too far, you're going to be like going down into a ditch more or less on the concept. In reality, you're coming down 10, 15 feet's a drop.
Yeah.
Because that's just where it starts going outward of a slant. And then the trees obviously are growing up from that. You know how it goes, and then down to the bike trail and then the road. Yeah. Then the river's right there, obviously. That there, I've done that shit. Probably that place I've been to probably dozens of times between my uncle, my friends, between the ages, I'd say 12 up to 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there before we hadn't gone back out there just for a reason. Yeah. Because we used to do it every summer.
Oh, that sounded cool.
Yeah. The thing I'd like to do is the road run is just go and take a day with your mom and go all the way up it to a certain point where, maybe the town there and hang out in that place for a little bit, have some lunch or dinner or whatever time frame it is, and then, then head back and stopping in at some of the other stops, Yeah. Especially that little small historic town and all that. That's in the evening. I think that would be fun to go into to see it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because you're not trying to go to a store or picture the place. You're just basically doing a drive-through around. Yeah. And stuff. Because that place is pretty neat.
Another thing I want to do, which is more feasible that we can actually go do it. Now that we can actually do it kind of any day, is I kind of want to do a little more bonfires.
Yeah.
Because we have that whole pit and everything, and I'm sure we have stuff that needs to be burned.
We got a ton of stuff we need to be burning up. That's something I do miss. We need to start doing that.
Because we can all. I just miss getting out there and doing it. Because we can find a way to get rid of the mosquitoes. I know there's a way. I always bring up the mosquitoes, but in the backyard we never really have too much of a problem with it.
Well, now we don't because for one, there's no grass because of the dog back there, and two, we don't keep standing water. Where we're going to end up having the problem of mosquitoes will be in the driveway area and the front yard.
Yeah, because of that bird bath.
No, not the bird bath. Because of our neighbor, the coot got a board underneath their walkway, and it's got water standing in it all the time. Oh, yeah. It's out of the sun and everything, so it's not drying out. It's always wet under it.
There's a whole mycology under there.
Exactly. Nothing we can do about it. So what me and Mom will do, it's a yard spray that you hook up to your hose from off, and you just water the grass with it. It says it lasts like months or whatever. It really doesn't, but for like how we like to put the projector out in the driveway and put up the screen and watch movies and stuff with that. Now it works good to do that. It'll do it for the evening. It'll keep them away from me. It works real good. Plus, we'll use like the off coil burners. We really, especially where we're gonna do a outside projector and stuff to watch a movie. Then we go all out then to make sure nobody's gonna get bit and stuff. And that stuff does work, and it does keep them away from you. But as far as it working for like 30 days or whatever they claim, it does work for days, but it's not
30 days.
Yeah, it's not what they claim. But also, it's not like we're able to spray every a massive area around us, keep it away.
Yeah.
we can't be going outside of our perimeter alone another 300, 400 feet
Yeah.
of water in there. The neighbors are like, why are they over here watering our lawn?
Yeah.
Killing the mosquitoes. I think it's supposed to kill them or something too, besides repel them. I'm not positive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking about that though, Mom was telling me that there's been people coming around and offering their services about getting rid of the mosquitoes.
Oh.
And stuff,
cool.
and I'm not sure what that entails or anything, but it's something I may look
They're
up.
literally rounding up all the mosquitoes and threatening them. Like, listen here, little fuckers, you can't be here anymore. You gotta ship out.
Yeah, maybe they found another like the how the lightning bugs are like to beat up on them and eat them. So maybe they ganged up with them, got a bunch of recruited a bunch of lightning bugs,
Yeah.
and going after them. But yeah, Mom said though they offered the services, and supposedly it's to kill them. And what's kind of funny was she was telling me about it. Then the next day I was looking at something on YouTube, and one of the ads that come up was
For that service?
for not that service, was like something about insects, and then a YouTube video of a guy showing you how to do get rid of mosquitoes and stuff. The DIY tricks to it started popping up. I'm like, these jerks are listening to us. I'm like, wow, that's some crazy stuff. Because I didn't have my phone or nothing with me. I think it was sitting in the living room next to Mom at the time and stuff. Because you know how I am. I don't carry that thing with me like it's my left hand or nothing. So
Yeah, you forget that thing everywhere.
yeah, I don't take it nowhere. I find it funny though. There's some tricks that the guy showed how to do it, like using water and putting the soap and something else to help attract them in it, and it supposedly catches them and drowns them and stuff.
Oh, I think I've seen some things like that
Yeah,
before.
all of a sudden that started popping up, but see, I never searched it. That's where I'm getting at. I was like, I never searched that, but it's popping up now. Yeah,
That's
I
a
may
double-edged
try 'em.
sword. I understand where you're coming from, like where your phone's constantly listening to you and shows you something. On one hand, I like it because you'll mention something and then you'll forget what it was, and then all of a sudden you start getting an ad for it and you're like, that's exactly what it was. And then other times you're like, oh great, it was an offhand comment that some dude made walking past. I did not want that in my search history. Thank you, Google. But,
Yeah, you're trying to use yours as almost as a personal assistant.
yeah.
Which I'm sure there's something.
It also comes from me being more tech oriented, and also me trying to get into this whole AI wave, trying to learn how it all works and everything.
I'm not a fan of all the tech. The tech for me. I only want what serves the purpose of my needs and this end of it. I'm sure if I was another 20 years younger or something, in my 30s or something like that, yeah, I'd probably be all in it. But being at my age now, I just don't.
For some reason, I've come to the conclusion that I have a fascination with like automation and finding ways to like write a program to do something a little faster, where it does a few, like you have one task where you have to do 3 separate things. Why not make a little program that does all those 3 things for you and does it all at once? And I for some reason find that really fascinating, and I tried to get into AI. It's if you don't know like the backbones and understanding of it, it's Greek, and it's Greek to me. I feel like I need like 3 different doctorates to even attempt to learn this. I applaud the people who do it, because I have ideas and everything, but these guys, they had an idea, they put it to paper, they read stuff, and they got it to work. And the whole backbones behind this, it blows my mind.
That is going to be something that's going to be coming forth soon. As far as us doing the mosquitoes and stuff for summer, maybe that is something to try out. If anybody does know a trick I'd use it. Let me know.
Yeah, because
hit us up on one of those things and just type in your comments saying, hey, I do this, get rid of mosquitoes or whatever. Because I'm not like to make the neighbor get rid of the water. That's not happening. I'll tell you that now.
No, but we could always, that like the whole attracting them inside the thing to try drowning them, we can always try that out. Because from what I see, it's probably just a container full of soapy water or something like that.
Yeah, there's a couple, I think 3 things. It's soap, like the soap detergent, or not detergent, but soap, like soap for doing dishes with, and then not a vinegar. I'm not sure. There's a couple things you put in they're almost for like attracting them.
Because it attracts them and then it basically drowns them, from what I'm
Yeah.
understanding. And I'm trying to understand how the whole container would look to like attract them in, and then but I'm also assuming they're probably like flies where you can have the biggest opening ever, but they still can't seem to leave the building.
Yeah, I know. That's all the summertime stuff that you got to put up with.
Oh yeah,
Just
flies.
like
They're
at
the dumbest things
Meemaw's.
in the world.
Yeah, Meemaw's house, seeing that she was out in the cornfields. You go, her house, she always had the sticky fly tape hanging from the ceiling everywhere.
Yeah.
And then in the kitchen, so instead of having the sticky fly tape hanging down, they had these little rectangle boxes with holes, like maybe 4 or 5 holes on each side of the rectangle box, cardboard box, and the inside was the sticky. And that was the one that they put in the kitchen, because the stickiness was in the very center. So when they went in the hole, they stuck to that. If they did get like a wing got caught and it ripped the wing off and fell down, damaged or whatever, they wouldn't end up into your food. They'd end up in the bottom of the box.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember those growing up. That was your boys' summertime then, because food tracked in them, and the screens probably had out there in the 40 a cornfield. You probably got holes in the screen that let a truck drive through sometimes.
Yeah.
And especially with Peepaw, he didn't like he was like Ma and Paul Kettle. He more like Paul. He didn't like doing nothing. But see, his problem was he didn't have nobody's there to do shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was something else. On summer, that's what I think we'll do, is have us a bonfire and a movie.
Okay.
We'll just have
Sounds
to
like a great idea.
because we'll do it in the backyard. That way we can use the garage to put the screen up to and everything. We'll have no
do the bonfire and the movie at the same time. It'd be a nice little combo. Just got to make sure that the big old dog ain't out there.
Yeah, no, he'll have to go away that day.
We can even try to do some cocoa or something, or even not cocoa. I'm thinking of winter. The s'mores. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, doing like marshmallows and whatnots on the fire and stuff. That's what I was thinking. And what we'll do is maybe
roasted weenies on the fire.
Yeah, and find comfortable seating for out there and stuff. Because we do got those like gliders and stuff. Yeah. Or no, zero gravity chairs. That's what we got. A couple of those. We got the double one and the single ones and all that. Bring those, set it up like you would at a theater.
Yep, that'll work out perfect.
Or not, because it's only gonna be us, so that would be
make popcorn.
Yeah, and then we can we'll set it up, and then we'll do an episode on coffee bar discussions about it. And let everybody know how it went. Yeah, we'll have the neighbors come over too for it. We'll have a good old-fashioned movie in the backyard with the neighbors and bonfire. All right, well, this has been Coffee Bar Discussions.
Join us Monday nights on the Rilla Radio Show, putting independent music in the listeners' ears with DJ CO1 and DJ Craig Allen. It's where the hits just keep coming.
Hey everyone, I'm Bubba, the newest host of Coffee Bar Stories. Dad, Son, and I are excited to bring in Season 2 to y'all. Expect some new stories, guests, and several other new goodies for everyone, so keep your eyes out for Coffee Bar Stories Season 2 coming this November.
Coffee Bar Stories is a DTZ Entertainment presentation. DTZ Podcast Network.
Welcome to the DTZ Podcast Network Comedy Block, and to start us off is the Scammics.
Welcome back to the Scammics. Last week, Humphrey was able to pull Peter and Bob's collective asses out of the fire. It's now 7 a.m., waiting on a truck delivering cars.
Well, Bob, we should be seeing a truck show up anytime.
Well, I'm hoping. Alright, thank God, there it is.
I'm going over to talk to him. You better check on Cheryl. We gotta hold our end up now.
Alright, I'll double check on her.
While Peter and Bob are finishing up their business, Humphrey arrives to the car lot.
Hey, Peter. I see the truck showed up.
Man, Humphrey, you and your uncle sure did come through. Thank you again.
You're welcome. So now you just gotta make sure you guys hold up your end. My uncle's going to be very excited about the date.
Yeah, that's good. Bob is making sure she's got the details.
I hope all goes well. I told him she was going to meet him at the restaurant for the date.
I'm sure it will. There's no worries. Everything's gonna be great. Go on to work now and everything be good. I'm going to finish up here.
Later that morning, Peter finds Bob in a panic.
There you are. So what's going on? Did you talk to her? You look worried. Something wrong?
I've called all over the place for her. No one's seen her, man. I even called her mom. Nothing. I can't find her. This isn't good.
Shit. I'm gonna call my buddy Sam, a private eye. He's the best. He'll find her.
We'll make the call, man. Time's running out. Hurry. Shit, Humphrey's coming.
Hey guys, I just talked to my uncle. He asked if she could meet him at Johnny's Corner Bar at... Is there something wrong?
Oh, no. Everything's fine, man. I'll let Cheryl know to meet him at Johnny's Corner Bar. No worries, she'll be there.
Great. You don't know how much he needs this. You and Peter are really good people.
Thank you, Humphrey. We'll talk to you later. I really hope Peter's private eye finds this dizzy broad fast.
Okay, folks. Tune in next time to see if Peter's private eye can find Cheryl in time to go on the date with Humphrey's uncle. Or will Peter and Bob end up looking like fools? Till next time, this has been the Scammix.
Sloan Court Pharmaceuticals has done it again. They've come up with a pill to make life easier to handle. Introducing My Little Helper Pill, or as a chemist refers to it as, MLH pills. Just one pill gives you relief from anxiety, stress, body cramps, and reality. Folks, I'm telling you, this is the closest you'll get to a fix-all on today's market. The trusted Sloan Court Pharmaceuticals has done extensive testing on MLH pills, and more than not, test subjects highly enjoyed the pill. My Little Helper Pill is for 18 and older users. There may or may not be side effects such as dry mouth, muscle cramps, eye twitch, foot fungus, slight memory loss, and explosive diarrhea. If you experience any of the symptoms, try another pill or two. Then, if the symptoms still persist, well, it's pretty much over for you then. Get to your doctor right away and have them prescribe MLH pills. My Little Helper Pill is another fine product of the Sloan Court Pharmaceuticals. We're back, and up next is the critically acclaimed show, Planting More Than Flowers, fuckers.
Planting more than flowers, fuckers.
And now here's your new host, Sam Mellon.
Hey, fuckers! I'm excited about our subject of the day, harvesting. That's right, it's time to pick that weed. Okay, folks, we're on my farm and it's harvest time. Here on Best Bud Farms, I want to take you through the steps we use. Like, first I'll take a couple of bong hits to begin. Whoa. Now, what I like to do is... What I like to do... make sure your shears are sharp. And, your shears are sharp. And then... start on one side of the plant. Pick a good point to kick off at. Then take another bong rip. Man, I got some cotton mouth. That's better. Now, where was I? Hey Fred, where was I? Oh yeah, trim the plant. What you're gonna do is... Oh man, holy shit, that's good. Now, where was I? You have to, this...
Sorry, folks. It seems we are experiencing technical difficulties. Again. So please, tune in next week for Planting More Than Flowers, fuckers. This is an ad for the pot smokers, the weed enthusiasts, along with your marijuana connoisseurs. Sloan Corp is happy to announce High and Stoned Insurance Company. Finally, insurance for weed, a first of its kind, like having a guarantee on your weed purchases. You have insurance on all your cherished items, and now you can finally include your weed. Because everyone wants that protection to feel safe, to know if something does happen, it will be replaced. That's why Sloan Corp started High and Stoned, to help out the devoted weed user from getting short bags, bunk weed, and late delivery. They work with all of the dispensaries in your area, and they will work hard for you on day one of your coverage. We have several packages to choose from, and with Sloan Corp backing us, you can rest at ease. So hurry and call your local agent to get started right away. What a comedy block so far, but we're not done yet. Here's the popular show, Dumbasses Handling Dynamite. Here goes the kaboom! Hi, I'm Trent, and this is Dumbasses Handling Dynamite. On tonight's show, we have two real go-getters who claim to know all about explosives. So we're going to give them a chance to prove themselves as expert dynamite handlers, and maybe win 10 million. Now, all they have to do is get through the challenges without getting blown up. Okay, let's meet our two dumbasses. First is Eli. Eli claims to have been around explosives since he was 8 years old, by starting with firecrackers and working his way up to TNT. He does have all his fingers, but sadly, only 7 toes due to an M80 mishap. Our second dumbass is Rufus. He claims to have handled it all, including C4 and boasting 6 great fingers, not letting anything hold him back. Alright, Eli, are you ready for your first challenge?
I sure am, Trent. I love blowing shit up. It gives me a woody. Can't wait to get started.
Okay, Eli. Go ahead and put on the firecracker jacket and stand over there in that circle.
Stand here?
Yes, that's perfect. Don't move.
Hey, do you have the rest of you guys, on standby, right?
Yeah, sure. They're around here somewhere. I mean, they got fire extinguishers, I think. Okay, now let's light this fuse.
Hey, wait! The fuse is burning too fast. Oh, man, this hurts so much. Oh, the pain. Oh, man.
Well done, Eli. You're a little crispy, but looking to be A-okay. Alright now, Rufus. Your turn. Let's see how you do.
Wait, Trent. I'm gonna take this first challenge up a notch. I'm adding them 80s to the firecracker jacket. I go big, or I would've stayed home.
Okay, Rufus. We're adding the M80s. I love it. You're taking this to the next level. Alright now. You ready? Light the fuse!
Wait. I changed my...
Whoa.
Whoa! Damn, there's nothing left, man.
I'll say, but fuck it. I give it to Rufus. He did go all out. Hey, Sid. Can you hose Rufus's remains down the drain, please? Yeah, thank you.
Does this mean I win?
Nope. I'm sorry, Eli. You will have to do the next challenge to win and get the 10 million.
Okay. What's the next challenge?
I'm glad you asked. We have a treat. This one's fun. We took 20 sticks of TNT and arranged them in a 10-foot circle. Now, all you have to do is stand in the middle and remain as the TNT is set off. If you're still there, you'll be the winner.
Oh, wait. Still there?
Hey now, Eli. This is for the big 10 million. You gotta get your head in the game. Fuck it. Get into that circle. Show everyone what you're made of.
Yeah. Okay, Trent. Let's do this.
Okay, folks. Eli's in the middle of the circle, and the countdown has... Holy shit, folks, that was loud. We're gonna have to wait for the dust to settle to see if we have a winner. Nope. Okay, dust is starting to settle. I'm not seeing Eli. Oh. Well, there was some over there. It's over there. How'd it Get up there. Well, you know what? Let's just say this. He's all over. So, no winner this week, but we have 2 new contestants next week. I'm Trent, and this has been Dumbasses Handling Dynamite.
Are you getting up there in age? Or are you just tired of dealing with the not-so-bright people in society? Well then, I have the answer for you. See, it's a pill that we call Stop Stupid Pill. You heard correct. Stop Stupid Pill. Our lab's top-notch scientists have come up with a pill that you can take when leaving the company of stupid people is not possible. All you have to do is just take 1 pill, and in minutes you'll feel the effect. Now, will the pill drive away stupid people? Nah, but what it does do is change what you see and hear of the stupid people around you and changes it into a pleasant experience that you'll enjoy. No longer will you care what's going on. So, with Sloan Court Pharmaceuticals, you can trust the quality of the product. Improving people's lives is our goal. Stop Stupid Pill side effects differ between men and women. Side effects for the men are, but not limited to, penile shrinkage, anal seepage, ash rash, and a colon spasm, along with prostate failure. The women's side effects are, but not limited to, odd hair loss, freakish weight gain and loss, brittle nails, heavy sweating, odd hair growth, and uncontrollable flatulence. If you experience these side effects, well, it's worth it to stop stupid, don't you think?
Wow, and that concludes the DTZ Podcast Network Comedy Block. Be sure to tune in next time.
Now, was that a good idea? This is the ending of a police call that we call the Drunken Kook. Police responded to the Kook's residence to speak with the Drunken Kook. Refused to meet officer at the door, yelling racial slurs at him through the side window. The officer attempted to speak with the Kook, however the Kook only continued making statements such as the police were Nazis and were racist and only killed people. The Kook stated her neighbor had exited his truck and struck her in the face, breaking her glasses. The police advised the Kook that her versions of events for the call were not consistent with the video surveillance that they had watched. The Kook became aggravated. Officers advised the Kook that dispatch informed him after he had arrived on the scene that the officer had talking with the Kook and would speak with the Kook just after the neighbor. Then the Kook continued to contact 911. Police instructed the Kook she was not to dial 911 unless there was a current or ongoing emergency, as her continue to do so may result in arrest for misuse of 911. Officer returned to service with both parties instructed to refrain from speaking with each other. Shortly after, the Kook again called 911, advising an officer never took the report. The Kook appeared to be heavily intoxicated during the phone call. Several other times she was called back and found that to be even more heavily intoxicated. The officer advised the Kook that he had spoken with her at her residence. However, she refused to meet the officer outside and hurled racial slurs at the officer through the window. The Kook again continued, stating that the neighbor had walked up and punched her with no evidence. The video cleared all matters from the neighbor. No charges would be signed. As the Kook continued to attempt to belittle the police officer and the police department over the phone, the call was disconnected with threats of filing charges if to call back again. Now, was that a good idea? Thank you for listening to Coffee Bar Stories. This is your host, Dad.
This is Son.
And I'm Bubba. And don't forget to check us out at dtzentertainment.com.